And that's how I found out that she was a human gargoyle dragon lady. Yeah. Anyways, hi everyone. Welcome to the show.
Can I get her number?
You know what? I'm pretty sure they killed her and then she came back to life at the end. And then now
my question stands.
They're going to go into season 2 to try and go further into the dungeon to find. Anyways, hi everyone. Drac, you trying to figure out which anime I'm talking about?
What would that be a plot of?
It's a real one. It is a real one. Hi everyone. I am the Firefly of BloomTide. My name is Jake, and this is my lovely and amazing cast. While Drac continues to figure out what anime I just spoiled for everyone, does anyone have any announcements? Sam, what was your science last week?
Oh, I didn't get to have science because my corporeal form betrayed the crap out of me, but I got a little science for tomorrow. That's my little like hinty boy. Is a little science.
A little science.
Also,
is the science small, or like is it micro level science, or are we just saying that it's a bite-sized information about science?
How do you think I'm going to tell you the answer to that?
Watch tomorrow.
Hey! Perfect. Nailed it. 100%. Love it. Fantastic. Since it's on me and it's announcements o'clock, I will not be streaming this weekend. I will be out of town. I will be doing May Contain Science live, actually. I will be presenting our lab's findings at the Digestive Disease Week conference in Chicago. So I'm very, very, very excited, but I can't simultaneously be doing that and be on camera. So I will be gone for Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and then possibly next Tuesday, but I'm hoping I won't be too yet lagged to be back. So bit of a break for my screen time after tomorrow and the tiny science.
So here's the question: is the science don't get digestive diseases? Because I feel like that one's kind of obvious.
You would be surprised how many people trip up on that exact question.
on should I get a digestive disease?
And then so many of them decide no. I myself have chosen no. What is there wisdom in this? I have many nice qualities, okay?
What about you, Drac? Do you have 32 shows to talk about this week?
First, you're talking about Delicious in Dungeon.
Yes,
it has to be one of the new ones. Delicious in Dungeon.
Yep. Season 1.
Resurrection. What was it about? Yeah. I was like, it has to be a newer one because I know you don't watch much anime. So it's one of the newer ones.
Look,
or really old ones.
It's either Toonami, like early
old
2000s Toonami,
very, very new,
or very, very new. There's no in between, because at that point, anime was for nerds. Okay, and I was not one of those. I was a jock at that time. All right. So.
And as far as shows go, I think it's just the same as usual over on Table Story at 3 p.m. Eastern. Actually, I believe it's 4 p.m. Eastern. This whole time I've been saying 3 p.m. and it's actually 4 p.m. 4 p.m. Eastern over on Table Story, and with a D&D campaign called Legends of Oscara. We just had a session where we went back to my character and my another player's character's home, it was abandoned save for some cultists who were hiding in our house. So who knows what the hell that's about, and if we're going to survive this combat we're currently in. If you want to find out, check it out on Table Story. Also on Wednesdays, that is at 3 p.m. Eastern on Wednesdays. I'm in another campaign called Department of Unsolved Mysteries, all done. And it's very, very, very cool, very fun. Where are we at this moment? I'll be honest, I can't tell you at this current moment because my brain is very foggy right now. But where we are, we're probably doing something called weird or very dangerous. Oh, I don't remember. We've trapped a demon inside our closet, and we're trying to figure out a way to look at the demon without the demon looking at us, because everything it mirrors what it sees us do. So the way for us to see it safely is for us to see it without it seeing us. Very weird. confusing magic stuff, but very, very weird and very fun. Yeah, that's everything. There's an anime. I can't remember the name of it off the top of my head, but it's an isekai, which is when you basically the idea of going to another world or dying and then appearing in another world. And there's one where the protagonist died in real life, I think got hit by a car, and woke up as a living vending machine in the fantasy world. So that's one of the anime out there. Apparently, and I've never watched it. Apparently, it's really good. Like it's got like high ratings on every single anime rating thing. So before I judge, I guess I should watch it, or you should watch it. I don't know if I will. Caitlin, over to you.
Hello. My me things. I've finally started upload. Okay, I have uploaded all of my YouTube, all my Twitch VODs to YouTube. They've been uploaded. I just had not made thumbnails for any of them, and I was finally like, I can just. They're already here. I can just post them publicly. So I put up like 4 VODs today. If you watch my VODs, there's many more up. I haven't put any up in like a month. I'll eventually get thumbnails for them. There's one more set of World League brackets for the GeoGuessr World League tournament before we go into the wild cards and the play-ins, which then will lead us into the World Championships at the end of the summer, which is really exciting. So there's one more chance to watch me fend off really strange audience members in a chat with thousands of people in it, which is an experience that I actually don't wish upon anybody. It's fun, but it's a little crazy. But you can come watch some professional GeoGuessers GeoGuess. So I'll talk about that whenever it's happening again. But I think I'll be my next one, or my last one will be in like 3 weeks, 3 Sundays from now. Other than that, Minneapolis, we have a mutual aid fund. I poked it in DMs with Jake. It's the same link that I've sent before, but I replied to it. We are raising funds to keep our neighbors housed still. It sucks that all of the fundraising and all of the hard work everybody's put in is being undermined by our city council and our mayor. So we are still trying to keep people in their homes, and it's still very stressful. It's been kind of a long week. Things kind of got hot again this week with like ice sightings and law enforcement and stuff. But I encourage you to, if you cannot support monetarily, to get involved in your own communities and figure out what initiatives are in place about how is your place? How is your place of residence preparing for ice if you are in the United States? Because even if you feel like your town is too small for that, I promise it's not. And you should get involved. Specifically, my latest initiatives has been cop watch training. So know your rights when interacting with law enforcement. I highly recommend it. That's what I got.
So I have to answer a few questions for the chat, right? Mm-hmm. So chat is still wondering, and this was Shadows of Life. You were asking about the reference I made a couple weeks ago about lightning from your finger nails. Mm-hmm. Now, the reason why it is a niche thing is it's from an old animated series called Home Movies, right? And it is the same. One of the main voice actors is the same voice actor from Archer and what was it? Killface. He played Coach McGurk. Was one of the characters from that. Anyways, there is it's about a kid in like the 90s with a VHS player and VHS tape, and he is making home movies, but he is just basically recreating movies that are out, but like with his friends in like the backyard and stuff like that. And then whatever movie he is currently filming is like a reflection of a moral thing that is happening in the show. Well, one of them, he is shooting a music video for like the band Nerd that's there. And the song is, he starts singing. He goes, I'm a wizard, wizard, a wizard, wizard, a wizard man. I shoot lightning from my finger. And then they show up close up of his fingers. And on his fingers, there's like those bugles that are on each finger. And he goes, lightning from my finger, and it close up nails. And so that is just a permanent thing in my brain. It is an amazing show. It is such a very good, heartwarming, like very loving, and the animation is so shitty. I love it. It's like it's the animation is meant to look bad. Like it's like it looks almost
And
like
it succeeds.
yeah, it's almost like home drawn. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
but it
Like
was
some kind of home movie.
Yeah.
almost. Oh.
Weird.
But yeah, it's a great show. But yes, chat, lightning from my fingernails comes from a very random cartoon that I watched. My brain
That is
works like
very
that.
random.
I apologize. But I do have an announcement. Tomorrow, so yeah, last week was the mid-season break for Galaxy's Fortune Untold. Tomorrow, we have a very special show coming on, which is the live recording from 2025 San Diego Comic-Con, where I ran Cohort Cthulhu with Markia was on there. Oh my god, the cast was great. Oh my god, I'm blanking on the cast so bad right now. I feel so bad.
It was a year ago.
Jordan,
You're good.
Jordan was on there. Markia. Anyways, the cast was great. It was wonderful. Had a lot of fun with it. It took so long for San Diego Comic-Con to send me the file. That when I finally got it, they sent it to me, but then never gave me permission to download it on Google. Then I had to go through like a backwards like way to get it was like a whole thing. It was a whole thing. And then I finally got it. So I edited it. It's ready to go. I didn't really do editing. I just like snipped the very beginning of us walking on. Anyways, so yes, that will be on tomorrow night. And then our Tuesday nights will be dark for a little bit, but we just started filming a all femme cast called Final Girl. And each month they will be playing a different game. There's 10 Candles mixed in there. But it's all like horror adjacent genres. And they filmed their first episode last week. And so once we get a couple episodes in the can, we'll start airing them. And you'll get a handful of really cool people and really cool shows coming up. That's our next Tuesday slot once it's there. But yeah, that's all my announcements. I guess we now move on to the awkward date question of the day, which is, what skill are you bringing with you into the apocalypse? So the apocalypse has happened. Puns, that's your skill? Okay, all right.
I mean, it de facto, this is simply true, is it not?
I mean, I feel like you're
abandon it.
I feel if we go whimsical, yes. If we go realistic, I think your massive amount of knowledge of science would probably be the more beneficial one.
That's what you and I have established when we determined that you would be my zombie.
Yep. Well, that's a zombie apocalypse. I didn't specify which.
Yeah, I was going to say what kind of.
Well, yes, but you and I talked about it in that context.
Of course.
Other apocalypses, yes.
Yep.
Probably the same skill, because science is irrelevant.
I just need someone to tell me to not eat a thing because it's going to kill me. That's really what I just need. No, that's poisonous, Jake. Don't eat that. Oh, okay.
Let's look up whether it's poisonous before. Well, see, this is why it's important to raid libraries early on in your apocalypse management, which, as you'll recall, when you ran an Outbreak Undead game, that was exactly what the fuck we did.
No, I think libraries are good because I don't think a lot of people are going to go to them, and they are most of them are very intricate. Like they're usually really cool buildings and have a lot of weird stuff in them. Anyways,
they're defensible and they have information that you don't have in an apocalypse, and they're not dependent on maintaining electricity to a server room. So they're much better than the internet. Remember, when your apocalypse comes, book it up.
What about you guys? What do you got? You think of anything apocalyptic that you're bringing with you?
I think no matter what kind of apocalypse happens, I will be useless. I
You think you're
all
just
of my
decorative?
all of my skills, I actually went to university for this, heavily rely on technology, which would not exist in an apocalypse. I studied computer science. There'll be no computers to do science, do my science on. I will be useless. Physically, my knee, I have a bum knee. I will not be able to, I would be able to walk or run for a while, and then I will start to hold the group back. Yeah, no, I think in every apocalypse, I will be more of a hindrance than a help.
Damn.
So you're on Nerd Squad with me, is what I'm hearing.
So if
We'll
I have learned
retrain.
anything, if I have learned anything from the last 4 months, it is that everybody can bring something to the revolution, and I believe that is applicable to the apocalypse as well. So, for me, I can draw literally from real life. Is that from this past few months, I found out that my fucking fixation on maps has been quite useful in a lot of ways that I was not expecting them to be. I have helped out with a lot of really strange situations because I'm quite good at map. So I think I could bring that probably into the apocalypse as well.
I wonder if you feel the same way when I see like a news story or like security camera footage of a place, and I'm like, oh, that's Burbank, right? Like, is that how you just feel always?
Have I ever talked to y'all about how miserable I am to watch movies with now? Because
Oh, are you like me?
yeah, of course I am.
Because they shoot them in like neighborhoods I used to live in and stuff.
Yeah.
Like there's a whole Westchester Parkway like right along the LAX airport that's like perfect for when they wanted to do the chase scenes. And I was late to school whenever they blocked it off.
Yeah, there's a show that I watched with some friends. It's like a whatever. Oh shit! What Zachary Quinto's in it? Brilliant Minds, something like that. Anyways, we were watching that, and it's supposed to take place in like New York. And there's this dramatic scene where we're watching him drive down this like
Toronto,
having this like angsty drive down this freeway in the dark and like or through this like this wooded area, and he's supposed to be in upstate New York on his motorcycle driving really fast and having an angsty moment, and they like drive past this intersection, and I was like, this was filmed in Canada.
Yeah.
And it was like because I'm the way anybody who's watched me geoguess, I'm an infrastructure geoguesser, so I really like road paint, like painted lines on roads and the way signs are shaped and the text that gets used on signs, and obviously like language and stuff too, but like the infrastructure of like utility poles and stuff. That's usually
the road
how I like
things
to
that are
guess.
really what you traffic in.
Exactly, you get me. Beep beep. But anyways, there was a checkered yield or hazard sign, and that's unique to Canada. And so I was like, oh, this is in Canada. And then I was with my friends, and I was like, we could not get locked back into the drama of the moment because all I could think about was this is supposed to be New York. They lied to me as if I didn't know that.
Yo, that's literally all the New York stuff.
Yeah.
Like, which is pro-social. Like, if you're shutting down New York for filming, you are a dick.
No, 100%. Not that I think that it should be, but it is funny to go because most of the time, so my friend
like
and
it's
I
very
play all the time
or whatever.
Yeah. Like the friend and I who play all the time. Like usually we joke that like the most that this weird niche skill brings us is like, oh wow, like watching this show that's taking place in Arizona and going, dang, they filmed this in Arizona, and everyone being like, why is that exciting? You're like, it is. Just trust me, it's exciting. They filmed this Arizona thing in Arizona. So, but every once in a while, I get to be like, whoa. Or like they have, oh dang, they actually are using European vehicles. Or like, whoa, they actually filmed this in Italy. Dang, like I don't always expect that. Like sometimes it's just bullshit, but that's how I watch movies now.
I do fear geoguessers because like I will watch. I remember especially like in the early or the late 2010s where like YouTubers would like film stuff in their house and like show out the window or like show, and I'm like, you can't do that. There's people that know that. Like,
yeah. It's wild how people can narrow down where you live just from like glimpses of places. Even just like the layout of your building. They like can be like, okay, there are this many.
No,
of those.
that's scary. That's scary. I did have somebody DM me a couple of weeks ago being like, hey, sorry if this is weird, but I've been reaching out to geoguessers because I'm hoping for some help on something. And I was like, you've got my attention. I want to know what the hell is going on. turns out they had some photos of their grandma had recently passed, and they had some photos of her travels in Europe, and they wanted to plan a trip that went to all the places that her grandma went. But there were some that they couldn't identify. They were in this big scrapbook, and some of them didn't have locations on them. And they were able to give me a vague, or they're like, I know that she went to these places, so maybe these are in some of those. And so Ian and I spent an afternoon going through it, and we found all of the chalets that all of the photos were in. And we're able to send her the geolocation pinpoint of all of them. And there was one that was the only thing it had was she was leaning out a window. It was totally a brick wall and then leaning out a window. And so I was like, well, hey, now you have this one is for you to go find out where it is when you go visit. And so I left one for you, and she was very, very sweet about it. But it was such not even someone who followed me, just somebody who was searching for geoguessers on Instagram and messaged me, and we were able to find that for her. So there are nice ways to use it.
Using your fucking superhero. I don't know what that doesn't a superhero thing.
It was really sweet. And everybody knows my grandma's my best friend. And so I was very much yeah, of course I will help you find your grandma. Yeah. So it was very sweet.
That's awesome.
I like GeoGuessr.
That's great.
It's shocking, I know.
I'm surprised.
So I feel like mine is obvious, which is I'm physically able to just completely move until my body has given up completely. And I do that on a regular basis. So I feel like I could handle I think when Sam and I talked about this, I'm very much the pack mule. I know what my job is. I know what my goals are. I pick up things. I
prefer Pac-Man, but okay.
And I just go, a very good story of this is I may not be the fastest. I may not be the strongest, but I will get there. We did this hike in Catalina, my wife and our friend of ours, and our friend of ours was the guide, and she took us the opposite direction. The very big took us the opposite direction to this area that had been washed out. We got lost. We turned around, had to walk all the way back, and then discovered we went left instead of right, and then we started going right. And by this time, we'd been already hiking for 2 hours, right?
Yeah.
And so we start hiking, and the thing is that it's uphill and downhill at the same time. It's because it's along the shore of Catalina Island. It's uphill and then downhill, then uphill, then downhill, then uphill and downhill and uphill, and it was just miserable. There got to a point because this is how my friends and family like to hike with me, which is they get ahead of me, they'll stop, wait for me to show up, and then when I get there, when I go, oh, I can also take a break, they go, okay, and then they start walking. I'm like, you're a dick, you're a huge dick. And so it got to a point where I literally was just just go without me, I will make it there. And so they just went ahead, we started going, and then it got to a part where I don't know how I got there. They made an arrow out of rocks on the ground, and I found it, and then I just started going because there's no cell reception. And then I made it. It was to a beach, and the beach had rocks instead of sand, and it was the most miserable hike of my life. But you know what? I just kept going, even though my body was done. I was done. I hated everything. I hated everyone. I ran out of water. I was just
I feel I'm glad you made it, but I don't go on hikes often. So I may be wrong here. Isn't it incredibly a bad idea to leave someone behind on a hike, especially when you're already either lost or...
Sure sounds like it.
Oh
yeah, that sounds like a very bad idea.
I found an old sucker in my pocket. I was so dehydrated that I found an old sucker that it was in my pocket, and I started sucking on it just to get some saliva in my mouth.
Oh my God. So our apocalypse team is
I'm dead.
Hanging in there. It's a lot of nerds and also Jake making bad hiking decisions.
Look, this is why when I go camping, I like to be able to drive up to my spot and take my tent out and then tent right next to my car. I watch so many videos of people that go solo hiking and camping out in the middle of the forest, and I'm like, you're a fucking psychopath. Just
do that shit.
Dude, so many people do that. It's so
Don't do that shit.
they go out there, and every single video I always watch is always like 5 scary solo camping events where it's like they'll be like out in the forest and like they'll wake up and like, oh, someone's walking around, and then you can hear like someone like touching their tent, and you're like, no, I'm not gonna. It's not gonna.
Hey, chat, bring it in. Don't do that shit.
Mm-mm.
Thank you.
Okay, what are your characters bringing to the table?
Okay, yeah, Nokia's gonna be way more useful than I am. Nokia's all about the mechanical engineering. They can fix and build whatever you need. I think they'd be able to be useful in that regard. Keep any cars that are still somehow running going for a bit longer. Probably be pretty good at building like sustainable shelter, that kind of stuff. Yeah, Nokia would survive and be useful.
It's electric.
True.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know, all that server stuff I have to worry about. Art done.
I would say all of these characters are kind of like what they're doing now is like they're
Yeah, because
like they are kind of in the apocalypse.
It is post-apocalypse, yeah.
Apocalypse. Yeah. Alalia is like built for like the broken down shit, like finding useful stuff in areas that have been picked through already. So I think her little scavenger, she's just a little scavenger. I think she would be quite good in the apocalypse.
My GMing skill is to translate it into a post-apocalyptic is a toxic trait where I think that I know I can't, but I like to think I know how to do things that I definitely don't know how to do. Like definitely like, yeah, I could definitely make like a small generator. I've worked with generators for years. I could easily make one. No, it's not even.
You have many nice qualities.
But making a generator is not one of them.
You said it, not me.
Yeah, exactly. All right. Well, I think we're ready for the show. I don't know why I looked at my watch because it just went off. I'm gonna take that thing off. All right. On to the intro. A tuft of black short hair sits behind a large captain's desk, very, very similar to the captain's quarters that we've seen, but this one significantly more fancy. Gold strewn throughout the room. The table is massive and large and heavy. It is definitely more of that like traditional like pirate-esque kind of like room, like skulls hanging from the top with little flickering lights on the inside, and this tuft of hair, their shoulders jet out with 2 regal gold shoulder pads as the Cosmere enter the room. The Cosmere goes, my lord, they are on their way. They will be here shortly. He holds his gloved hand out and waves him away. The Cosmere turns around and exits the room, and he picks up a glass of wine, swirls it in his hand, takes a sip. Ah, my princess is on her way. as we left off last week, the group had figured out that they were not, in fact, being led to land, but instead were being led to a large galley, a huge, massive ship, ready for battle, ready to destroy any ship that is around. And on it, you can see that the flags were black with gold stitched into them of stars. The Cosmere message is over onto the walkie. We have arrived to our destination.
What is going on? This is not the mountains you showed us on the map.
All will be explained by the Star Child.
I would like an explanation now.
As you wish, allow our Star Child to accept you onto their ship, and they will explain.
I'll turn to the rest of the crew. What do you all think? They have not been very forthcoming, and I would count this as outright deception.
I think this
Just
counts.
for Q, Star Child was something that was familiar to Lolia.
Mm-hmm.
Now that I am in the presence of it, does any more memory become jogged as opposed to it is something that is relevant to Lolia because she is Mothrin?
The Star Child is more of a myth than it is anything. So do you think Lolia would be interested in myths and mythos, or are they more of excited about what is real in the world and is excited about like what is around them?
Probably what's real. She's very much like, if it's not tangible, why should I give a shit?
You've probably heard words or mutterings around before about the Star Child, maybe something about a prophecy of ending or starting, or it wasn't real, so it wasn't interesting.
Yep, that makes sense. I don't like a liar, but I want to see what's over there.
I don't like
Muted
deception.
Hmm.
But I also think there are more of them than us.
Roderick butts in and says, yeah, there's no way that we're getting away with this without talking our way out of this, because they will blow us to smithereens.
I will do my best, but as Lolia and Ark know, my patience is rather thin with liars. So maybe I shouldn't be the one to speak.
Okay.
Okay. I'll click the this preview artifact. Where should we dock?
There's a long pause. A boat will come and get you. To give you a little bit more understanding, is that the galley, they're so large that it's not like you would be able to bring your boat up against them. Usually to travel between them, you would need like a dinghy, basically, to a rowboat to go between them to get up close enough to not be like to prevent them from hitting each other. So I would say that you understand that, whether you want to, like, I don't think the only like sort of dinghy you have is Roderick's boat.
Yeah, I think that makes sense.
Will Gretcha stay behind with baby?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't want to leave the ship unattended.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Gretches, the thing with Gretches as of recently is that you all know that she has been connected to an item. Like she's a spirit from a previous area. She doesn't really like leaving the boat as it is because of the item that she is connected to is physically there. And she goes, yeah, not a problem. And I think it would be smart to also leave Carl here. Just maybe
Yes.
as like and then she kind of looks over, bargaining chip.
I would rather Carl not be a bargaining chip and it be more of a situation that we are hosting Carl, and the last thing we'd want to do is have him surrounded by liars.
What's a bargaining chip?
Well, in this situation, it is a item or person, it being Carl, that the other party, which in this case is the Cosmers and likely this Star Child, wants. And if we want something from them, we waive this bargaining chip or Carl as leverage to pressure them to give us what we want. Or entice, suppose would be the other word
How do
for
we
it.
wave him if he's on the boat?
It's a figure of speech. More just have them know we have something they want and use that to get what we want.
Okay, thank you.
Roderick like raises him. Where do you want me?
I worry that things may get violent if we do not pick our words right. And I'm unsure whether we want the combatant to be here on the ship, protecting Gretches and Baby, or with us. What do you think, Roderick?
I think that our options are very limited. If I come with you, and he starts to like get very comfortable because he's like tactician, like really thinking about like the strategic like placement of things. He goes, if I'm with you, we have a better chance of taking over the galley because we could theoretically fight off a handful of them, or at least lock them in positions that they can't really harm us. At the same time, I do think that me being on this ship would be the only way for us to secure this, because it's possible we all go over there and they send people over here and take over both boats, and then we have no choice. So it's kind of 6 of one, half a dozen of another.
I will suggest maybe you stay here then.
I'll keep it
as averse to violence as they are, is very good at defending themselves and us. So I think they should be enough for now.
All right, but I do think we should have a signal of some sort if something goes awry.
Lolia?
Done.
And
Perfect.
I'll just do a spark flare as a demo.
Yeah. He goes, okay, I'll be looking out.
Perfect.
As
you stay here. And I was Meow. I'd lift up my bell and pull out Meow, a little scrap cat, and set them down on the deck.
They go down and they like stretch out, and then they go back over to you to like climb back up you. Like, why did you get me out of my nap? What's happening? Like,
come on, Meow. It's not going to be safe with me, at least not now. Again, they like very gently lift him off me and set him back down on the ground again.
And it kind of like confused, but it sits and just watches you.
Question for Drac: mechanically, is Meowth like a part of Pinocchio?
Yeah.
Like, can you
so
like see through
no.
and? Oh, okay.
No. Mechanically, we Jake and I agreed that they count as an undercrew. So if you go to our ship, they're actually down there as a ship thing.
Cool.
But yeah.
That way it can't get hurt if Drac gets hurt.
Yeah. And
Yep,
also,
this is the way.
because
Yeah.
mechanically, I can't prevent the thing from getting hurt if Drac gets hurt, because then it
yeah,
would put
because
hit
they're
points
all
on.
count as my hit points.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah.
But it's also, even though they have definitely been like all up on my business as well, they like Ark and Lolia too.
Yeah,
They're
yeah,
part of the Undercoder partnership, so you can also do scenes and interact with them as much as you want as well.
Cute.
You see that there is a single Cosmere in a rowboat, like that has moved up against the edge of the ship, ready for you all to disembark.
Just give Roderick and Carl a nod. Begin walking.
How many problems am I allowed to cause? How much do I have to? How much do I have to behave?
What was that?
Should I not? Should I shush?
I think you're well within your right to cause as many problems as you like.
Okay.
The problems that would cause potential physical harm, maybe wait until they've made a move first.
That makes sense.
Well, you hear Roderick call your name before you guys disembark, and he's like, "Hey," and like takes your hand and puts something in your hand. Says, "Just keep it with you." And as he lets go, you can see that there is a dagger that has been made from the pincer of the centipede that he killed. And it is like, it's the pincer, it's like a single pincer, and it's like the handle has been like wrapped with leather, and it is like, it fits like perfectly in your hand.
It's so it's teeny tiny.
Yeah.
And she does a little like like her little antennas do like a little like flip flutter, and she jumps in and gives him a little hug around the waist. Thank you.
And
I don't know how to use this.
You know what? I trust in you. The pointy end goes towards the bad guys.
Okay, I can figure that out.
Yeah. Just come back. I've grown to start liking you.
Aw, you too. And she pretends to go. But
Okay,
doesn't actually.
I'm not the bad guy. I'm not the bad guy.
Okay. And she like, she has a bunch of like ribbons that like hang off of like some of her clothes, and she kind of like really quickly like wraps them in like a crisscross around it so that it's got its own little holster, and she ties it to her waist. She goes, "Okay, I'll let you know how it goes." GM, our Firefly question. Mechanically, what do you use to stab? What would I roll for that?
One moment, I can pull that up. But yeah, it's like oh my gosh, I don't even have any of the sheets up that I need to. I've just been like vibe
Grace?
GMing right now.
It feels like Hunt.
Would Grace do it?
It'd be Hunt.
Yeah, like Grace Hunt.
Grace. Okay, I've got Grace at least.
Or like Iron Hunt, I could see. It was able to be Teeth Hunt, what's the violet one? Teeth Hunt could be one as well, I could see.
Well, the thing is I don't have either of those two, so
Okay.
Well, yeah, I mean, there's always
You have Grace.
I do have Grace. Yeah, the other two, I think Teeth and
The Hunt, you don't have Hunt, yeah.
No.
Look, there's always always ox points, right?
Yeah. Oh, which if I use this, I will
Until
be
there
using.
aren't.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, until they're not. Yeah, exactly.
I mean, I've got some I could maybe. We'll see how this comes into play.
I think it would also, depending on the situation, like shadow or veils would make sense if you are doing it stealthily. Like you are being more stealthy in that sense. Grace also makes sense in that situation. Again, the system is versatile enough that if you can sell it, it makes sense. You know,
So it's a persuasion-based system.
Yes, we know. I love that.
How well can you persuade the GM into accepting this? Yes. I assume all three of you head over onto the little dinghy.
Yes.
You get on, and as soon as you get on, he takes his row and he pushes up against your boat, and he starts rowing and doesn't say a single thing. The boat makes it over to the galley. A wood rope. Oh, by
the way, I wanted to also add, I forgot to say it.
Yeah.
I would give Roderick the walkie-talkie.
Oh, okay.
Ooh, okay.
once you get to the other side, a rope ladder is the word I was looking for. Drops down. I would like to know who's first, second, and third.
First.
Okay. Yeah,
I'll go
we have
second.
Ark, Nokio, and then Lolia. Okay. Lolia holding up the rear. You all three climb up, and when you get there, you can see that the top of the galley where the crew is, they're all like kneeled down and like their head down and leaving like literally a pathway to head straight to the captain's quarters. Like they have made themselves into lines to prevent you from going anywhere else other than.
I'll kind of look at them all. I assume they all have like, because the Cosmere have really cool masks, like celestial maps and stuff as masks. Is there any clear like? I assume I haven't come across very many Cosmeres. Is there any clear like differentiation between all of them? Like, is there a clear ranking? Is it all?
I would say
with no real meaning behind, or no?
I would say
meaning behind it.
I would say from what you can see and what you are noticing is that it's very much the like larger, more ornate the mask is, probably the like higher up within the ranks, because like everyone has like a traditional mask. Like there's a bunch of traditional masks, but then there's like a couple that are nicer, and then a little less nicer than that, and then like maybe one or two that have like a large mask, so like it very much is like, okay, it doesn't that's your
denotes
guess.
something. It denotes something that few people have and the majority don't, kind of thing. Okay. I'll start assuming behind Ark. Most likely I will begin walking down this aisle that's been made for us.
As you get closer and closer to the door itself has small pieces of glass that has been colored differently, and it like all different colors. It's not even themed. It's just like green and blue and red and yellow, and just little squares that have been like soldered together. And as you get closer, the door, like two of the Cosmers reach out, one on each side, and they open the door for you. And you see that tuft of hair over a large chair and a hand with a wine glass in it, looking away from you.
Hello?
Oh, yes. And he turns very, very graciously and moves, and he goes, "Where are my manners?" He sets the glass down. The first thing that you see when you see him is that his face is like powder white, just completely powder white, with like where his jawbone is, like the separation between his jawbone and his mouth, there has been like lines of black painted to look like there is a separation between his jaw and his skull. And around his eyes are black, almost sunken in where his like eye sockets were. One of his eyes, it has a single black dot with white as his eye, and the other one is just a normal eye. And he goes, "Oh, I'm so sorry." And he sets his glass down and he stands up. His clothing just regal, all black with gold and red stitching on it, symbols of different beliefs and religions. It feels like all across his vest, underneath his jacket. And he stands up and he goes, "Please, please, 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 come in, come." The almost opposite of every interaction you have had with the Cosmer, this man represents. He is flamboyant, energetic, and just please come in. They'll close the doors behind you. Come.
Mm-hmm. Again, I think behind Ark, they're definitely trying to hold their tongue despite having none as they walk into this room.
Ark looks around as if trying to assist this individual in finding the misplaced manners.
He walks over and goes to reach for, because Ark's in the front, offers to take Ark's hand.
Like open or
Like, yeah, open. Sorry, you can't. Let me do that. Little high, let me do a little higher on the camera. He's just like
high five.
you,
Low five, I suppose.
you tap it. And he goes, well, thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate all of you. Please become wine. Do any of you want wine?
I'm fine. Thank you.
No, thank you.
Well, I appreciate all of you coming here on such short notice. I have belief that you all might have experienced something just recently, and I just wanted to talk to you guys about it.
I see.
Are we
Again,
like
by my
processing,
tongue.
or
What was that, Caitlin?
are we like processing together, or should I be worried?
What? Why would you be worried? You're here. You're with me. Nothing in the world could possibly come to fruition that would be negative.
And who are you?
Oh, I apologize. I am the Star Child. And he rotates his hand and bows down. Or at least that's what the Cosmers call me, right? You take them when you take the victories when you can take them, right?
What victory did you achieve over them?
Oh, I didn't do anything. They just found me one day and assumed I was the Star Child and just has begun to pamper me ever since. It's been great. I've enjoyed it ever since. It was weird at first, I'll be honest with you. It was just, but now it's just kind of like, oh, it's Tuesday, you know?
If you're not the Star Child, then who are you?
And he kind of like looks off into space. He's like, I've been the Star Child for so long, I don't even know my real name.
Do you like to be called Star Child? Because we don't have to call you that.
Oh, you can call me Star, you can call me Child, you can call me Star Child. That doesn't matter as long as it's not late for dinner.
Okay.
Did you have a particular bad experience with someone named late for dinner?
And he just like looks at you and goes, and just like open mouth, just like stares at you. He goes, anyways, it's very important for the prophecy, supposedly, but you all released V. Is that correct?
No, that was the other
No.
guys.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Then get out of my ship and bring him to me.
I don't
why
think it
is
wasn't
that?
him. It wasn't him though. It was his other guys. He wasn't there.
But the V has been released. Is that correct?
I think
That's
so.
our understanding.
Yeah.
Sorry, my evil GMing lighting has just occurred. He goes, so none of you have met V.
No.
No.
I don't really know why we're here. So yeah.
So what you're telling me is that the Cosmers have lied to me. Is that what you're telling me? They told me very specifically that there was someone on the ship who had met V.
Well, you asked if we released her. None of us did that.
Okay. Have you met her?
No.
So then, again, are you lying or are my Cosmos lying to me?
I've never met her, and I also didn't release her. That's all I can tell you.
But there's someone on your ship that has?
There are two qualifiers.
Someone on your ship and there has?
Met and released. So I can't bundle them into one.
I'm saying met. I'm only asking for met.
Oh.
I think so.
I think so, but I don't know for sure.
There's a knock on the door behind you, and he just goes, come in, and the door opens, and an individual who I'm trying to describe them. You know what? I'm just going to change that. You see another Mothran come in. But this one, you can see that they have like a leather vest that have like, like a bandolier, but instead of bandoliers, you can see that there's like vials of different things on them, like different like herbs and liquids and stuff like that on him. And he walks in and he has like a large, like basically a glass bong on his back, right? And he goes, "Are we ready for extraction, sir?" And he goes, "Well, these ones say that they don't have any knowledge of, have never met V, so either they're lying or the Cosmos are lying. So we got to figure out, are they lying? So I think we should start the extraction now."
I would like to place my around behind Starchild, putting Starchild between myself and that individual, and finger guns into the back.
And he puts his hands up. Actually, let's make this a roll. I think this is a good opportunity for a roll. So let me pull up the correct thing. I think that are you trying to do this stealthily or like quickly?
Quickly.
So I'm going to say that's going to be a grace, and that's a grace to get back there. And I think, you're trying to deceive them or threaten them. How about outwit?
What do you think about hunt on the basis of use hunt to turn the tables on the sea's many predators?
Okay. I'll take hunt.
How the turntables.
Hey. And that's a 5.
A 5. You get behind them and do this, and he goes, "Oh no, you've gotten behind me and you've taken me hostage. Whatever will I do?" You tell that he's very sarcastic about this, and he's just like not worried about it.
What you do is I'm indifferent to. But I think extraction is cause for skepticism.
What? You don't think that extracting some of your memories is a bad thing?
I do.
You think it's a bad thing? Why? You maintain them. It's not like we're removing them permanently. It's just knowing whether or not you're lying.
And in return, we do not know whether you're lying.
Yes,
this is one of the 2 llamas, right?
And I just look over his shoulder at Nokio, who has taught me of the 2 llamas.
Oh, I see. You mean dilemma?
Yes.
Close enough. You're doing very good, Arg.
Thank you.
And they actually just like a little spark from happy.
You see, Starchild, we came here trusting the Cosmos, who we are now to understand, follow your orders. And they lied to us repeatedly.
What did they say?
They were going to lead us to the island where you mine these ores.
What ore?
They
We don't
spoke
mine
nothing.
ore. What do you
Well,
what ore?
You've just confirmed that they lied to us.
Okay. We don't mine ore. Great. I've told you the truth. Great. Now let me extract your memories so I can see whether or not you've met V or not.
We've not met V, and that's all you need to know.
So who has met V?
The crew of the ship that she took. They're somewhere out there on the Wildsea.
I've very specifically been told that there is a person upon your crew or upon your ship that has in fact met V. I would like that person.
And I suppose the Cosmos not only lied to us, but they lied to you.
Ooh, very interesting. So if that is the case, then let me extract that memory.
No. Again, I do not trust you, the leader of the liars on this ship.
Ooh, leader of the liars. I like that. Not very far from the truth, though. They're less so much liars as they are true believers.
Strange name
like
for
a
liars.
relevant distinction to us.
Well,
question.
yes.
Why you want memories because you don't like V, right?
Quite the contrary. I love V. I think
Mhm.
she is amazing, and I want her. And so I want to know where she is. If she is, in fact, the V that I am told she is.
Mhm.
And so I must, and he waves to his friend, relive that memory. Have you never worked with a chemist before?
No, who are you? I turned to the other Mothram.
He goes, hello. He goes, I am the procurer and magician of our life, our stress, our management of those that are combined, and I release those things.
That's cool. How do I call you?
Oh, well, I guess my designation would be. No, that's a silly one. I don't like that one. And he just like kind of like goes around and he goes, I've had a bunch of nicknames over the years, but
Which one
like,
do you like best?
I mean, Flick has kind of been my like go-to.
Okay. Okay, thank you. And I turn back to the Star Child. What about Flick comes back to the boat with us? And we can talk about the memories thing. Instead of us bringing memories to you. Could we make a deal with that?
Oh, can I explain a little bit more of what Flick does?
I'm making inferences, but you can feel free.
Flick allows both of us to enter someone's consciousness, a moment of their past, a memory in which they have, and allowed to relive it and experience it. And that is what I would like to do. So
Well, that's the thing is we have to ask.
Flick. You can't take Flick with you because I need to be there.
Then you can come too.
Why would I go onto your ship when we have this amazing place here?
Because you want to meet someone who we can't decide where he goes, and so he has to tell you if he wants to or not. And so you should just come over.
Oh, so you do have someone on your ship?
We already told you that.
No, that one, and points to Nokia, says that there isn't anyone on your ship that has met V.
No, his crew did. So he can tell you about his crew.
Okay, now this is the Firefly asking the question. You all know that he did meet V because she kidnapped.
I know that.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay. I just want to make sure.
I do know that.
Okay. I have no idea if Lalia gathered that as correct or not. Lalia's like just
we got met and so knew of the mutiny and can by inference get there.
I just wanted to make sure that because we were getting to a point where I was like, oh no, y'all are acting too well that I don't know if you know or not. Like, did I not explain?
I think Lalia was not a part of a lot of these conversations. And to her knowledge, well, yeah, this lady took his ship. So like he wasn't there anymore. So like, why would he know anything about her? And so Lalia is really helpful. Lalia is really helpful in social interactions.
Yeah, because right now Nokia is basically saying, no, I don't have anyone on my ship. No one here has met V. And you just went, yeah, that guy.
I said it earlier. That we had a guy who his crew. That's what she said earlier, was that his crew released her, and that is as far as Lalia knows. That is the extent of what Lalia knows.
So, why don't we sit on my beanbags and enjoy an afternoon of relaxation?
Have I heard of this sort of memory dive, I guess, before?
Yeah, so this is actually like a sort of very common thing in this world. In Wildsea, inhibitions and narcotics and drugs and stuff like that is a little bit more common of a usage. There is a class or a post in this game that literally uses like drugs or medicine to basically like reduce Myers, Like they will like they have abilities to reduce Myers from people. They also have the abilities to like look back on someone's memory. They can't like change it. They can just like if someone's lying or keeping a piece of information, they can look into someone's past and like look at a situation, or like think of it like almost like Speak with the Dead, where it's like, oh hey, how'd this person die, and like ask some questions, you know.
Of my knowledge of this, do I know if it can be resisted or guided by the person having their memories infiltrated?
They can. It's almost in this situation, like a memory is there, and the person that has it is reliving it.
Okay.
And the person that is joining in just can experience it as if they are like a camera, right? Like they might be able to like see different like situations, or like, did you ever play Cyberpunk?
Yeah.
You know, when they like use the thing and they look and review like cameras and stuff like that, and like review, think it like that. Like you can like see a situation, maybe like get information that the person wouldn't have normally gotten, or might be there, but they weren't paying attention to that moment. And you go, oh, I can see, you know, it's like that.
I guess my
Brain
question
dance.
would be like,
yes.
Brain dancing, yeah. I guess my question would be like, if they did that, could I force their camera to view a different memory instead, is my question. Like a true memory, but just not the memory they're looking for. Of my knowledge, is that a possible thing?
As in if they were looking at your memory, you force them. You can resist, but it would be a roll.
Yeah.
Is there the possibility of success? Because I have previously been assured that resistance is.
You can.
Actually, I think in this situation, resistance would be appreciated. Actually.
So yeah,
I kind of want to risk it. I will look to the others. You do not need to worry. I will allow them to walk through my memories.
And he goes, no. I don't want your memories. You said you haven't met V. Why would I want your memories? I want the person that has met V.
So we can prove to you that we're telling the truth.
We're back on that conversation. Okay. Well, great. Let's do it. And he and the flick goes, great. I'll get prepared, and like pulls out and like sets up like a hookah, and like literally like has like little like, instead of coals that are burning on the top, like literally has like a hot metal rock that he like puts on top that kind of just burns it slowly. And he hands you a pipe. He goes, here you go.
How do I smoke this? I guess I just lift my bell head up a little bit and let it feel the inside of my bell.
and he goes, great. And then the Star Child goes, well, I'll see you on the inside. And he like holds his up, and he takes a puff, and he just relaxes, just like seeks into his like his seat and just relaxes.
Pinocchio doesn't sit in the beanbag; they sit on the ground, legs crossed, and as they relax, their form kind of crumbles in on itself to become more of a pile of debris than it usually is.
What memory? I will give you this. What memory are you bringing him to?
A memory of me speaking to V over the walkie-talkie.
Okay. You don't experience, like, you don't see them. You just relive that memory. Is there a direction or thing that you're trying to get them to see or not see in that situation?
I want to like, if I'm like messing with the visuals and audios of this, like tweaking of the audio, I want to make the conversation the loudest thing so they definitely hear that. And then the part where the Cosmere said that they can use the fact that she has the walkie-talkie to find her.
Mm-hmm. All right, so
I want to focus on that.
I think this is a Sharps Outwit.
Okay. I have neither of those, so I would like to use 2 Orcs points, please.
All right, Sam, you want to roll it and let me know, and I will let the audience know Who
5
will
and
be
2.
5 and 2? You're right there.
Yeah, I wanted to make sure I was fast enough.
That's going to be Crafty Geek on the first one and Kai on the second one.
Thank you,
you
Crafty
both.
Geek and Kai, for this great roll, because I rolled 2 dice and I rolled 2 6s. So 6 doubles.
So with double 6s, it's not just a success without complication, that which would be a normal 6. With double 6s, that means you're going to be getting a larger reward from this, or a better, even better outcome than originally planned for. So your plan was originally to just have him focus on the radio conversation, right? Would you like to take the reins and describe what information that he takes from this, or would you like me to do that?
I can give what information I think I
Like
can
the-
reasonably come from this.
Yeah. Like, what do you think makes sense for him to get?
Yeah, I think having this conversation, it would make sense, especially if he seems to have not. I feel like he would have mentioned that we spoke to V over the radio if he knew about it. So clearly the Cosmers didn't tell him that. So I want him to start to suspecting that maybe the Cosmers are hiding information from him, as the fact that V being able to directly contact them through the walkie-talkie seems like a big thing that he wasn't told about. And especially since the Cosmere themselves said that they can use the radio to find V. Like, I literally was like, hey, what do we do? They said, don't worry, we can use this to find V.
Wait, show them the Cosmere's lying to us, and then show that.
Yes, we would like to sow distrust and dissension within the ranks with this Wizard of Oz.
When you return and you come back, I would like you to remove a single mire, if you could, please.
Thank you.
This endeavor, this moment of even though it wasn't a relaxing moment because you were focusing, it still allowed you to de-stress a little bit in this situation. And
I literally physically loosened up as my being became a pile.
You know, the smoke inside of your bell just was like actually like a little bit like greasy, and so like it started, it went on top of your rust and was just like, oh, I needed a good oiling, you know, like sounds like that's not how any of this works.
Oh, I was still stuck on getting a whole oiling from this thing. All right.
And when the Star Child comes up, he goes, interesting. Well, I appreciate you finally trusting me and not holding me up to gunpoint anymore. But you must understand that it's very important that I get to V. It is very important. It's written in the stars themselves that V will be with me.
I will be frank with you. I do not understand. No one has made it even remotely clear as to why we should be worried about this V. Only that we have to listen to them, despite lying constantly. I would greatly appreciate it if you allowed us to get back to our ship, Star Child.
And he like goes to say something and pauses and pulls back. He goes, how's this? I have a suspicion that there might be a little bit of dissension in my own ranks. It is important that I find V. And I think it's even more important that you stay away from V. So how about we have a little bit of an agreement, a handshake, a dual llama, as the Sparky one said.
It's 2 llamas, just for future reference.
Oh, 2 llamas.
I have no choice but to listen.
Something we both agree on. Okay, so now that we are on common ground here, here's the thing. You have been given a radio, yes?
Yes.
My Cosmeres are on a mission to find V. And we will find V. And if you find V before we find V, it's your job to tell us that you found V.
I'll turn to Ark and Lolia.
Why?
Why what?
Why is this V so important? Again, we've been pushed around all across the Wildsea with no actual explanation as to who this V is or why they're so dangerous or enticing or important.
Then let me regale you in a story. And he like waves his hand up for you to all look up at the ceiling.
I'll look up. Very clearly exasperated. I think if you don't know Nokia, you wouldn't be able to tell, but from their body language, I think Lolia and Art can definitely tell they're very frustrated right now.
Well, yes, of course. It's looking at a ceiling and not properly at the sky.
When you look up, you can see that the stars start to twinkle and start to move and start to shape into different faces and shapes and people. And he goes, V is what we call a prophecy. She herself is pre-V. She is before the times. And her and I need to join as one so that we may end all of this and go back to the ways we were. Prosperous, powerful, technology doing the things that we want. It's important that the Star Child and V are once again together.
But from what you said, you're not entirely sure if you even are the Star Child. They just dubbed you that, no?
Well, can't always be wrong, can you?
Yes, technically it is possible.
Well, if I find her and we can be together, we'll know for sure if I'm the Star Child or not. They say I am. That doesn't mean I am. But we'll know then. We will, because the prophecy will happen. And if it doesn't, well, then there I go. And she stays in my place. Then they have to find their real Star Child.
And that will end what? Life as we experience it now on the
Yes.
Wildsea?
Yes, but instead we will be the dominant species. We won't be hunted by ferocious beasts and animals and Leviathan vying to chew us up. The land will be ours again. It'll be ours.
And you consider this desirable?
Do you not?
Of course not. That's
Why?
ridiculous.
You would like to
Dominion
be
over nature? What's wrong with you? Are you morally corrupt?
morally corrupt? No, I just prefer to not be prey.
Yes is a shorter answer.
So, whether or not you agree with me or not, do we have an agreement?
And what do we get in return? This
I do-
seems awfully one-sided.
I don't blow up your ship.
I do not like you, child.
Ooh. I like you.
You should speak with your Cosmes. They have direct contact with this V, clearly, through your pre-V technology. They'll most likely do a better job finding your V for you.
Yes, but I have a sneaking suspicion that our days, we'll see each other more.
I hope not.
Oh, you don't mean that.
No, I do.
And he goes, well, what do you say?
Fine.
Great. Bye. And he just sits there and watches you, not saying a word.
Ark is sparking rather substantially.
Ark, it would not be wise not to hear.
Must we be wise?
For an engine, yes.
There, you know, the hair on your arms rises and then their hair falls a little in the static electricity.
Before you leave, he goes, oh, by the way, I apologize for the visit last night. You met my friends? The
The
crows?
shadows.
The shadows, the crows, the creatures of the night with wings that aren't bats. You know.
Goodbye, child. I don't know if anyone else walks out, but Nokia definitely walks out immediately.
I will
They are fuming.
Absolutely follow a dramatic flounce.
And Lilia goes too.
He just mouths the word bye-bye to you again.
Door closes and Lilia goes, he's weird.
I am going to need a nap with Meowth on my chest, preferably.
That sounds nice.
I found
Yes.
myself wanting to return him to the rain cycle.
I think that is a great button to end, and not end, but like go to break on. We'll be back in 15 minutes. We'll see you shortly. All right, everyone, welcome back to another thrilling, I would say, just ecstatic and high energy, just like bombastic. Everyone's getting a long episode.
Into the rain cycle he goes.
The little dinghy rows you back, and Roderick and Carl stand there waiting for you guys, and Gretches, and they're just like, so how'd that go?
He threatened to blow up the ship.
Oh, well, I'm
Mhm.
glad that you succeeded on not getting the ship blown up.
I would. Is the Cosmere that was kind of sitting and watching Carl, are they still here?
No, they left. And he goes,
We are leaving.
okay, well, yes, we should. But and he kind of just like points up,
I'll look up.
and in the trees you can see that there is a murder of crows.
What's above that?
A clearing sky. Yeah, that's right.
I'm
Digging in that disappointment. Anyways,
I want to start climbing. I want to climb up the tree and shoo away these birds.
you climb up and you get to a branch, and what do? You just yell? Will you just wave? What
I'll
do you...
swat at them, especially now that I'm fully aware that these birds are either of the Star Child or at the very least obey him. I'm gonna swat them away. I'll
like
get
when you
physical if I need to.
when you like swing away to get them, you see like them just like kind of hop a little further off of the branch. Just move closer to the edge of the branch.
I'm gonna check something real quick.
Yes, but unfortunately, the whole forest is flammable too. Oh no, sorry, you meant something different.
I'm gonna. I don't. It's not a whistle. I think it's like a almost like tinny ring, not a full ring of the bell, but something close. And I'm gonna call Meowth. If they're gonna if they're gonna bring birds, I'm gonna bring my cat to deal with them.
Okay. Is it subsonic or is it like, can everyone hear it?
I think everyone can hear it. I think it's just like it's not quite a full ring of the bell, but
Sure.
it's like as quiet as you can ring a bell, I guess.
It takes a second, and then you hear like from like running up the stairs, and as you see these like metal paws like get up to the top, it like slides. Anyone that's on the deck will see that it's got like a bug in its mouth, like a big like cockroach in its mouth. It's like it like spits it out and like looks around. It's not sure where you are.
I'll yell down from the tree, Meowth, I think I have some toys for you up here.
And then it just like full claws just starts like climbing up the tree.
I'll like lower myself a little bit down so they can climb up me as well.
And it's just like, you know, that like the slow sink of the head, like the butt's up in the air, like the tail's out, just like ready to pounce. Like, and the crow's just kind of like, and like as it gets closer, another crow lands on the same branch, and then a third crow, and then a fourth crow, and then they start hopping at the same time, like causing the whole branch to kind of move with you on it. And then like you can feel Meowth like kind of dig into you, like trying to like, oh, we're moving too much. We're moving too much. One of the crows at the edge, the one that's closest to you, looks towards you, and just like a center eye opens up.
In the trees, you can see the parts of Nokia that kind of orbit around, making their humanoidish form begin to move more erratically, orbit a bit faster, some of them twisting or shifting direction of their orbit that they usually do, which is a very clear indicator that Nokia is getting angry. It's one thing to threaten the ship. It's another to keep that threat going on what should be our home. We should go.
Wow.
All right.
I would like to I have big wings, and they are usable, unlike a lot of Mothrans. I would like to do one big leap up to where they are and just kind of give like a gust, like who try to just like push all of them off the branches.
You jump up, you do that, and like they fly up, and like as they kind of like exit the shadows of the trees, you can see that they like dissipate, and you just hear the faint sounds of of the crows cawing.
I am going to nap. They sound very stilted, as if they're trying their best to sound calm.
And as you like start to walk down, you hear the bell. You hear the radio inside of. Actually, Roderick's got it still, right? Mm-hmm. Roderick's holding it on his hip, and he goes off and goes, "Oh, by the way, I I made sure to leave you all a gift. Check your steering wheel.
It is birds shit on our steering wheel.
Anyone go up there?
I go look to see that.
Up there is right on the pole that's right behind the it's not a steering wheel, I don't remember what it's called. A bottle of wine sits there, fully corked, sealed.
Excellent.
Do you head
High
off?
alcohol content.
Maybe. You have to read it.
Don't find out till you light it. Oh, yeah,
Mhm.
read too.
Do you all head off?
Yes.
And Carl and Gretchen are like, so where are we going? And as you all are kind of like trying to figure this out, you can see that the sail, the green with gold sail, is being pulled down and replaced with the black and gold sail of the Star Child.
I do not know. I do not trust the map they gave us to these mountaintops. I have no reason to trust that this is where the ore your father wants is. So I suppose we should return you to your family.
What if we hit the Mirage again?
Suppose we can. Lolia mentioned that you came across a Leviathan we hadn't had a chance to document.
There was also that other heart.
Yeah, there's another organ. It probably. I mean, what's no. Well, this. I mean, we could open it also.
Why?
I don't know. Can't get any worse, right?
It
Yes, it can.
can. I'm
don't
glad
know.
Ark agrees with me.
I just mean, like, maybe what if it's like the opposite of V, and it's somebody, the only person who could not be. Well, he's not. She's not. He doesn't seem very convinced that he's actually the Star Child. So maybe that's the real Star Child. We could use that as leverage.
Or what?
I don't know. Make them stop because it sounds like they want to do bad, evil things.
I suppose is that what we're taking on, this potential bad, evil thing, and are we willing to risk that this heart is not just more bad, evil things?
It probably is more bad, evil things. But we know where it is, and they don't. We should go visit the worm.
Yes, I'm considerably more interested in the worm, but Roderick, why did you suggest we return to the Mirage?
Kind of curious about the other heart. Also, I don't want my first mission to be a failure. If I can't come back with a location for where the ore's coming from, maybe I can come back with something else that's useful. A giant.
Useful how?
Well, the heart could give us more information about something pre-V. I mean, the city next to us is all about pre-V. That could be another trading option for us. And I don't know, a giant electric earthworm kind of sounds cool. That could also be useful.
Oh, we don't bother them.
But knowing
just
about them
document.
and learning about them could be.
No, that's what we do.
There's a
Yeah.
reason why it's there, right?
Mhm.
Why is it keeping power there? Why is it also attracted to power?
Mhm.
Could that be something that could allow us to, I don't know, grow from? Like, can like
Roderick, you are, I believe the term is speaking to the choir when it comes to documenting and researching wildlife and leviathans. We have no
yeah.
worries with that. We want to return.
I'm not trying to harm it. I'm just trying to. Again, I don't want my first time out to be a failure.
Roderick,
I'm still not. We got to still find the blocks, the mines.
But that's
We
the opposite
can-
direction.
yes, we can either return to the Leviathan and take note, and then loop back to the supposed mountains that the Cosmids have pointed us in, go directly to the mountains, or return to your island, Roderick.
I vote
Mirage first.
1 or 2. I don't want to go back. Not
You
yet.
go to the Mirage.
Mirage.
I would like to ask, and if I'm outvoted, that is fine, but I would like to ask us not to touch this part. The benefits are heavily outweighed by the cons.
But we remember where it is, and we can have that for now.
Does it make sense to leave it though?
Well, the last time they took the heart out, it took over their ship. So I think probably yes.
Yes, every mention of the heart has resulted in a significant loss.
So we just say that loss can happen to someone else?
We just make sure nobody else can find it.
So then we destroy the building?
I'm very
That-
good at hiding stuff.
I would rather we did not destroy the building. It seems that this Leviathan has called it home.
So what prevents the next ship that sees the Mirage from going down there and finding the heart?
We make
Raphael,
sure they can't.
Why don't you come meet the heart? And then we can all have a largely intuitive decision-making process with a greater amount of information. Because I'm not going to promise right now. I might get back down there and think that it's very much the right thing to do, and I don't want to lie.
I appreciate that, Ark. I've had enough of liars for the day. That sounds good to me. Yes, I don't often lose temper, but I could feel I was inching closer to that with every given moment. I will be taking that nap, though. We should head back to the Mirage and, I suppose, wake me up when we get close.
Okay.
I'll wake
Have a
you up when
nice
we
nap.
go.
I feel like I recognize that phrase. My old mentor definitely used to sing something along those lines while he worked in machinery. Good times. Now I'll head down below deck with Meowth.
You get comfortable, and Meowth comes over and waits until you're comfortable to then make sure that you move to get them comfortable.
Yeah.
But they lay on their back and they like play with the compass on their body. And they just kind of like move it with their paws and watch it spin and then point in a direction. And then they spin the whole thing and then wait for it to point in another direction. And that name, every single time they spin it, you can see the name etched into the side.
As I was going to say lying there, but I think I'm more crumpled there, my most relaxed state. I think very quietly to Meowth, I say, how much do you remember of her? anything at all? I imagine not. I'm struggling with my own memories, and I've been walking and talking for quite a bit longer than you have, haven't I? One bit of debris kind of comes out in a makeshift hand to like scratch Meowth's tummy.
When you were speaking to it, it like tilts its head like it's listening, but like is trying to understand. And then all thought goes away once you start to give it a scritch, and then it focuses on that. You all head in the general direction of where you last saw the mirage. It's night. Are you guys going to travel during the night?
No, cause baby gets tired. Baby needs sleep. What's wrong with you?
I ask the questions. You're the one that makes the decisions.
No decision at all. Babies should rest.
You
They're
rest.
still growing.
They are. You feed it. And Nokia, you wake up and Meowth is gone. You are muted, sir.
Yep, I am. It was bound to happen eventually. I stand up. My bits of debris are making my body kind of reconstituting into a humanoid form. As I look around, not too stressed out. I think in the day or two I've had Meowth, they tend to walk around whenever they like. But I would call out quietly, try not to wake up the rest. Meow.
You call out and you don't hear a call back or anything, but then you hear like a
I will turn in the direction. I think like not all of the lights, but a few of the fireflies that kind of fly and float within the lantern in my chest will glow to like shine some light in that direction.
You can see when you do that, you see Meowth's tail wagging as its like front body is like blocked by like a barrel or like a box. And it like pops up and it's got a bug in its mouth again.
I didn't realize we had so many bugs on our ship. You're doing a good job, Meowth.
And when you say that, you kind of realize that like you can see the trees through the wood along the edges, and that Meowth is currently acting as an undercrewman, and they are collecting and helping with your seal by eating any small insects or critters that come through the seals.
I'll give them a scratch on their heads. You're doing a good job. You keep at it. I'll be on the top deck. And I'll walk up.
Is everyone else sleeping at night, or what is everyone doing?
Mostly sleeping.
I sleep.
Probably in shifts.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
You head up. The lights are all aglow along the edge because Roderick is afraid.
Yeah.
And while you're up there, you actually see Carl on the edge with his feet over the edge, just kicking his legs, looking out.
I won't I walk over to him. I think I'll make myself it will make very clear that I'm approaching. I'll call out, "Evening, Carl."
He turns and he's like, "Hey, what's up?"
Just had a very refreshing nap. I now understand why many of your kind enjoy sleeping with cats nearby. They are very relaxing.
Yeah, they also wake you up in the middle of the night when they have a dream and they just start kicking you, you know?
Yes, Meow found a few bugs, and that what took me awake.
Then again, my ex also did the same thing. Kick me in their sleep, that is.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. Sleepwalker, you know?
Yeah, no, that makes more sense. I thought you meant bug catching part,
Oh,
which would have been fine. I know many people enjoy that, usually not with their mouths, but each their own.
do you know that people used to think that they would eat bugs while they sleep? Yeah, old myth.
I suppose maybe for you, but I am more or less just debris that bugs quite literally call home. They like point to my chest and you see the little fireflies floating about.
So, what's the plan here? Like, am I just hanging out with you guys until you hit your next shore? Like, am I?
Well, we can't keep you anywhere. So what do you want the plan to be?
I want my ship back, but I don't think that that's something that you're going to be working on.
We did what we could to keep you out of the hands of those Cosmeres. And while I have found you quite enjoyable to be around, I cannot say that I'm willing to put the crew and who I consider family at risk for something that at the current situation seems both fruitless and dangerous.
I don't blame you. He's just like looking up at the stars.
But I am not the captain of this crew. We have no captain. Most of our decisions are made by speaking and coming to a conclusion together. If they wish to help you, we will help you.
No. Y'all are. Our paths were only meant to be temporary. Hell. And he like pulls at his hair and some comes out and he. I don't think it's I don't necessarily think I'm gonna see my ship again.
It is unlikely we can take you to your ship. But where would you like to go?
Leave me at the Mirage.
Why the Mirage?
I think she's gonna come back. You said it yourself, there's another heart down there. Let me guard it.
I am going to work on something. It might be useful for when you choose to stay on the Mirage.
This is that refrigerator that you've been talking about? I know you and Ark have been talking about it a couple times.
No, but I may need to pull it apart. What I'm about to build, so don't say we weren't fond of you.
Oh, there's a lot of things I could say about you, but being fond of me is definitely not one of the things that you aren't. So, no, I appreciate all of you, what you've all done. Trust me, like it's not about that. I think she's going to come back for the heart, and I just want one shot to get my ship back.
And I intend on giving you more than just one. Oh.
He holds his fist up for a fist bump.
Nokia looks at it for a moment and then fist bumps. Then you see them actively shift the materials of their hand, kind of rotate them with the other parts of his body to fist bump with the least sharp parts of his body. The Leviathan. We research Leviathans and other wildlife of the Wildsea as, I suppose, a job. Though it's more for pleasure, I think. and the betterment of sentient kind if you can guide this Leviathan to help you reclaim your ship. That may give you more than just a shot.
Time will only tell, right?
Yes. Let's see if I can work on something. It seems, from what Lolia said, attracted to energy.
Got any batteries?
Sort of. And I'll begin heading down, and I want to start a project.
Okay.
On this trek, this voyage back to the Mirage. And I'm willing to, I'll use all of the salvage I currently have, but I want to make essentially like, what's the best way to describe it? I want to make a sort of gun, but instead of doing like actual lethal damage, it shoots like charged metal to attract the Leviathan in that direction. So
Almost-
that if they...
Sorry, keep going. I was thinking of what it could be.
I basically want to make like a electric worm Leviathan bait launcher. Basically to shoot baits that will attract the Leviathan. Because we're not going to tame this thing. At least we can do is maybe guide its movements and trajectory to cause havoc for the ship that Carl is going to try to get back.
So it sounds like there are these things there's a taser option where they shoot, and normally tasers shoot 2 wires out, and the thing itself is what caused the electricity to go into the taser. There is another option where it shoots like almost like a batarang-esque kind of thing that when it lands in them, the electricity is charged on like a little like transistor in a battery, so it hits them and shocks them until the juice is gone, basically.
Yeah, it's basically, yeah.
We
So yeah,
copper, and we have citrons, which means we can make a lemon battery.
mm-hmm. You also
and that'll
have
be nice and bouncy, so it won't do like projectile damage harm. It'll just be a nice bounce, but still offer a little bit of an electric payload for Spark.
I will also say you also have 4 battery rods in the back of that radio.
I'm going to say in the radio as well.
Yeah, we have what to cannibalize.
All right. Well, why don't you roll me for this project to see how far along you get on it tonight. I think that this is definitely going to be can do a tides for the learning portion, or you can do teeth. No, that's savagery, not salvage. I know how to read. No, I don't. Sharps, and you can do like rattle.
Yeah. I'll do tides and rattle.
Okay.
And if everyone's cool with that, I'd love to take an aux point as well.
Go for it.
Sam, roll it.
1.
1 is the loneliest number that you'll ever do. A Rogan 27.
Thank you, Rogan. Okay, let's see. I'm rolling 4 dice for this. Okay. Highest is 6. So the 6, 4, 1, and 2.
Okay. You start to put the pieces together and kind of start building, and you're real close. You know, you don't get it in this exactly, but you think if you have a little bit of time tomorrow, and like the sun starts to come up and everyone's starting to go and starting to get the day going, to said you think you might be able to get it done. Maybe just if you do it right, you know?
Yeah. I think you definitely hear. I'm pretty sure like an actual workshop is a thing you need to like purchase. So you see, we don't have it in a workshop, but my room has become my workshop, my little like quarter of the lower deck. So as you all kind of stare and wake up, you see Nokia kind of hunched over this thing. I don't think they've touched the walkie-talkie yet, but they're building everything else necessary first and working on that. at the moment.
Caitlin, as like the dedicated kind of navigator with all of your maps and whatnot, can you please roll me a tides and wave walk?
Whoa, I can do that.
Oh yeah, that's good stuff.
Do I get anything from? I have lurid cartographer. I can use charts to find shipwrecks and disasters as well as the usual islands and oddities.
This is just a general navigation towards the mirage. So, sure.
I'm navigating towards something.
Yeah.
What does that give me? It's an aspect. I actually don't know what that does.
Let me look at your sheet. What is it? Which one? Lucid cartographer?
Lurid cartography, yeah.
This just allows you to it allows you to do that action is what this is.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
You are muted.
God damn it.
It's because you have 39 shows in a day that your sleep is just non-existent.
Oh, I had heard it was 41.
Each week it's got to be a slightly higher number.
He's growing.
Well, I rolled a 1 and a 6, so I went through the whole spectrum of emotions there.
Well, with that, you get to where the mirage was, and it is not there.
What?
But with a 6, what I will say is that you can tell that in the trees, something has cut through the trees recently.
Okay, which direction?
East.
Does that mean anything to me?
No.
Okay.
That away.
Do mirages move?
And Roger goes, yeah, that's why they're called mirages.
That was a Caitlin question. I think Lalia would know that, but
well, that was me trying to give you an in-game answer.
I appreciate it. Okay. Should we follow a mirage?
Let's follow a mirage.
Lolia would know that following a mirage is faux pas. It is. They're called mirages because very similar to our mirages, right? You see water and you head towards that thinking that, oh, there's water, there's a lake, and you get there and you realize it's not there. Mirages in this world are pieces of land or whatever that just move and you chase it and chase it and chase it until you realize that you have gotten lost and you don't know where you are anymore. And so doing this is completely viable, but it's dangerous.
I believe in me.
What's up?
Yeah, what's up?
Further to disappoint you, the clouds have thinned. They're almost like cotton candy in the air.
So there's not really that much weather interference with trying to maybe see if an electrical vibe is ambient. If maybe there's a bit of a field that was generated, some basis to try to assist Lalia.
Okay.
Because you made it be non-interfering to vex me.
So this is what I would like to do is at the end of tonight's session, I would like each of you to add an aspect or improve an aspect that you have. Sam, I would like you to do the same, but I am also going to put a 1-star aspect, which is going to be EMF detector.
Okay, that sounds fun.
This is going to be an aspect of your character. You have I feel like you've done this enough times that this is like something that you are honing your electricity with, which is going to allow you to start, using this more with a frequency.
Yeah.
You
Nice TM, and after I tease you for vexing me.
You know what? It's because after you guys go to bed, Drac and I sit on, and Drac begs me to level up every single session.
Yeah!
Yeah, I do.
I mean, you
Yeah.
were talking about it at break. I'm excited to see what you do.
Yes. You know what? Let's make this a roll. You have the ability to do this, but I think that this still needs to be something that you're reaching
What about
in.
instinct sense?
Instinct makes perfect sense, and sense also makes sense.
Yay.
Shocking.
6.
Ah!
A 6. It not only has it moved, but it has gone deeper.
What?
So it's gone to the east, but it has gone east and it's deep.
Ark will be like a compass near the fore of the ship. And they will use like an arabesque sort of thing. So like they're signaling the down by dipping so their legs up sort of thing. They're just a little compass.
I love it.
I'll kind of clap Roderick on the back. We are not hunters, but we are very good at tracking Leviathan. This is part of our job. This could be considered a migration path of a Leviathan, especially if this is a natural movement for the mirage that it calls home.
He's wearing it like a crab shell.
That makes sense. It also makes sense why it like another group it hadn't been breached before if it has been
Moving
under the surface. Yeah.
I think as Roderick says this, I pause. I think I've been taking note. I think I've been like, I've had an awful experience with the Cosmeres, this lying and deception negotiation. This is not what I got on this ship for. I got on this ship to research and document wildlife, and this is more in our kind of space. But I think I definitely pause as I'm taking note, and I'll turn to Lolia. That actually is a good point. Do we want to document the exact movements of this?
Yes?
And do we want it to become public?
I think we can decide that when we get more information. Because then we have the information to decide what to do with.
That sounds good to me.
Whereas if we don't get the information, then we don't have it if we decide that we do want to do something with it.
This is why, and I'll turn to Carl, I think. This is why we do not have a captain. We all have our own strengths. It would be very difficult for one person to carry the weight of decisions on this ship.
Sam is scientifically felling. Yes, please get the data. It's better to have the data and not use the data than not gather the data. Oh, I am so proud.
I've learned from the best.
Carl nods, but you see that Carl looks visibly sick, like pale. Probably it looks like he'd been seasick.
I will just give them. I think I've met enough people like Carl to know that if I were to say you should get some rest, they'll say they're fine. So I just give them a nod. At the very least, acknowledge that I'm aware that they're not feeling great, but I'm not going to force them to do anything. And I'll look back down to my notes and continue documenting. I think on a chart, probably on a plain chart, the path we're taking and a path that seems like this mirage is taking to.
with Sam and Caitlin's amazing rolls, it doesn't take long for you guys to like figure out where it is and where it is, to land directly above it. Ark can feel that it's low and that it's deep enough that whoever goes down is going to have to wear protective gear.
Okay. That's very far, though.
I could potentially go down there. I believe my body would withstand the pressure and the lack of air a bit better than most.
But what if I really, really want to go? Have you considered that?
Yeah. Have you considered that?
I'm worried that the Krezerin and the pressure will not care about how much you really want to go.
Do we have any deep dive equipment?
I
feel
thought,
that's Lolly's whole thing.
I
feel
thought Lalia did. I thought that was
Yeah.
I have no clue. I have an aspect that basically I have the pressure suits, which lets me go down and ignore the pressures and stuff like that of going beneath. And I'm just framing that as being my literal physical body.
Yeah.
But I literally have the aspect that lets me do this. I don't know.
Okay, so then
Yeah.
you know, I am a dredger, but I don't know if that means
I think judges have abilities. If you might just not have taken the ability.
may not have taken it. Yeah.
Yeah.
which you're about to get abilities. So
true.
maybe that
That's
is
true.
an aspect that you choose.
I probably didn't look that far down the list when I was picking. I'm gonna be so real.
What were you say, Sam?
If one were to have a become insubstantial for a short time, is that a narratively acceptable amount of time for this kind of thing?
I need further information.
I have spectral variance, become insubstantial for a short time, allowing you to float through, pass through solid objects, as a way of
Gotcha.
getting around the pressure issue.
Gotcha.
Just be a little spark for a while. Just be spark.
How long is it for? Does it say?
A short time, hence the question.
This
sounds like a narratively convenient amount of time,
Yep.
I wanted to check.
This is what I will say.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, but you will need to be assisted by Nokio. You will have to Nokio is Ocean Gate, and
Oh my god. I hope I'm not.
No, you're not even carbon fiber. You're not even using a Logitech controller.
So that, I think that will be the assist that is needed. I think it will need to be a role.
You kind of like that though, the idea of you becoming a spark and just being a current flowing through Nokia as we both go down.
I was visualizing like a soot sprite from Spirited Away, but instead of being made of soot, you're like a little teeny
Little
tiny zap.
spark. Yeah.
Sam Googling.
You're gonna
100%. What do you
No,
mean?
they're gonna like
you
it.
haven't watched
you're gonna
House
like
of
it.
Castle? I feel like
No,
you'll actually really
no.
enjoy it.
Wrong. Also wrong movie. But the
Yeah,
I think
it's
you
wrong
would like
movie.
the soot sprites.
I was thinking of there was a Valentine's Day special episode of the Magic School Bus where they learned about electrical circuits.
I like it.
Yeah.
I
like
just that's
That's your reference. You should reference
that's
everything.
what I look.
Magic
You
School
gave
Bus.
me a culture, and I was like, oh. A culture. What do I have in the archives? And after clearing away the cobwebs, that was what I had for you. It was a lovely episode. They're available on YouTube.
Have any of you watched the movie Waterworld?
No.
You know you lost me at Have You Ever Watched?
Okay, so Caitlin, the only other human being that has seen this movie.
It's been a long time, but yes.
Do you remember
Oh,
the bell?
no.
The bell in Waterworld, where he would there's this giant bell, and he
Oh, it's
would put
a diving bell?
no. It's the dumbest thing. It's like basically a big balloon that he would put people in, and then he would grab the edge because he had gills, so he could breathe underwater, and he would swim all the way down with this, so that people from the surface could go down and see the stuff under the water.
Yeah, a diving bell.
Sure. I believe you.
How they did it, yeah.
But that's just kind of like how I imagine it, is like they are inside it with the oxygen and just like further going down. Yeah. Oh, my light.
Okay, so I have to be part of a conductive surface. I mean, that makes sense, right? Like that's what it means to maintain cohesion as Arc.
Yeah.
Cool.
I love that. Now I'm down for that. That sounds fun.
Yeah, let's do this. Wow.
Yes.
Wally is pouting so much, but she'll allow it.
Lolia, when we next make land, the first thing we'll do is invest in a pressure suit of some kind, so it's less dangerous to go on these deeper delves.
It's my fault. I broke the other one.
That is true, and I'm not going to try to make you feel better about it, because that is unfortunately just a fact of the situation.
Fine. If you find anything cool, you have to bring it back for me, though.
We'll do our best.
Okay.
Unless it wants to stay there, then we won't.
That's different. That's different.
Carl stops you before you head out and goes, so how's this gonna work with me?
That is a good question. It is going to be hard for you to survive down there for very long, especially if you intend on. And I realize I haven't said this to Ark or Lolia. I don't know if Carl has either, but I say anyway. Especially if you intend on staying long enough to see your ship return. I do not know.
He just shakes his head and then walks away, not speaking a word, just clearly in his thoughts.
Is he coming with us then?
I think for now, no. I spoke with him last night, and his hair is falling out, as the Cosmere had predicted.
Oh no.
Yes. He intends to stay at the Mirage once it surfaces. He believes his crew, and I suppose by proxy, V will return for whatever reason, and he wishes to take the chance to take a ship back.
Why does he think that?
I don't know.
Firefly. Clarifying question. Is the entire building far enough down that you need a pressure suit, or like could they get him to like the top floor and he could hang out in that area until it resurfaces? And then, because we were able to make it down to the bottom to floor 1 while the top of the Mirage was still above the trees. Theoretically, I don't know if the Mirage has gone over twice as, as deep as it was tall, kind of thing. Where like if they can get it, maybe it has gone that far down, but if it's only like split the difference in half, he would still be able to be on the top 20 floors or whatever it was.
So what I will say is right now you're not sure how deep it is, because Lolia's Ark's sense of electricity is only sensing the worm itself. because that is where the larger of the EMF is. Like the whole building is powered up, but like it's like having two lights right next to each other, and one of them being 30,000 lumen and the other one being 100 lumens. The 30,000 one is going to blow out. That is a thing that I'm describing that I feel like not a lot of people are going to get, but
it makes sense. It works
yeah.
with the same looking at stars. Yeah.
So like you will see it, like Ark is sensing and knows how like approximate depth of where the main power is, and then the power upwards is there, and you know that, but you're not getting like a clear look. So it's possible that all of you, like right now, I think the key thing would be to go down there and see how deep it is, and then figure the information from there.
Okay. Oh, we have the radios. We can stay.
Unfortunately, radio singular. We were given one radio. The Cosmos had the other.
Could we do the cup thing?
We would need a rather long piece of string.
Wire.
I wonder why would we need for that? And it has to be pretty taut your entire way.
Yeah, but think about a bar of copper turned to wire.
Sure. What are you going to do to make that happen?
Creativity. I don't know. I'm trying to be a good party member and figure out the comm situation.
Sure.
Yeah.
I mean, the thing is that
other than flare, I mean,
Yeah.
I can send a flare, but the farther down we go, the more likely that's going to be a fire.
I mean, it's very possible that the three of you can go down as deep as you feel you can and then split off from there. That is also another possibility. Like go down and then Lilia goes, I can't go any deeper. And then the two of you continue deeper in your, you know, your super sentai form. And Lolia could be like the in-between since they have the ability to jump up pretty well.
Yeah,
Good
let's do
actually,
that.
yeah. Let's do that.
Yeah,
Lolia,
if we can even
Art
get
came
you
up with a good idea. An idea that I think you'd like.
I like ideas.
So you guys, the three of you head down, and you proceed to go down from branch to branch, and it starts to get a little thicker, a little bit tighter to move, a little bit, you know, having to move. I imagine that part of that Nokia. God, all my lights are dying.
It's because you went under the trees. It's getting darker down
Yeah,
here. and-
exactly. That makes sense.
Nokia, I imagine you're like discombobulating and just like changing shape.
Shifting, moving.
But there are like certain pieces that are like larger, like the bell that like
like the bell and the lantern in my chest are the only things that are like almost always stationary. Everything else kind of like shifts and moves around.
it's like cat whiskers. You're like, oh, if this can get through, my whole
Yeah.
body can, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so you guys start to head down, and as you head down, you see a red flashing like light. It wasn't described last time because you weren't at the very top, but it is the flashing red light that's on top of tall buildings to allow for planes to know that they're there. And you can see it from where you're at. And you all feel like at the pressure level, you could get to at least the top.
Okay.
Should we tell Carl this, or should we keep moving before researching
should-
to let him know?
We should actually get to the top floor, I think, because then we'll be able to know if it's too uncomfortable at the top floor, then he can't be in there at all. But if I could chill in the top floor, the second to the top floor, then we know that it would be okay for him to come down and I can go get him.
Sounds good. Let's continue. Ark, let me know when you would like to. I believe the reference was Sentai.
I still don't understand that.
I'll be honest, usually I'm able to educate you on this stuff. I don't know either.
Oh. Adventure. We'll discover it together.
Adventure.
You get to the roof, and the roof door is unlocked. As the three of you enter in, you feel the building move again. Slowly down and further east.
Lolia, how are you feeling?
Temperature check. How am I feeling?
You feel no difference. It feels like the AC's on.
I'm okay.
Okay, that's good. I didn't explore this mirage, so you may have to lead me here.
Okay.
Do you all head to the elevator?
I think I can't. Because last time we didn't have control over how far down it went.
Yeah.
And if it took me all the way down, I would probably have a really bad time.
Yeah.
You technically, the only time you didn't is when you tried to go to the garage and it stopped because it couldn't go any further.
Well, I think we
Yes.
pressed a button in the middle and it took us down to the first floor.
Yeah, we pressed 11 and it went to 1.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's not 100% reliable, and I don't know if we know about the stop button.
So
Yeah.
we are Ghostbustering this up, and you're taking the stairs.
Mm.
Okay. Yeah.
Ah.
I didn't say it. I didn't say
Yes,
it.
you did. You literally did.
I did say it. I did.
Oh, why
I
are you
feel-
why are you squeamish? Is there just stairs?
Cruelty.
Wait, stairs are to Sam as ceilings are.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
When you open the doorway to the stairs, you can see that every inch of the walls have writing on them.
Can we read that?
Do any of you know Godim?
I don't think I do.
No.
No, I don't.
Yeah, it does not look familiar to any of you.
Can we recognize that as Godim? Even if we don't
Mhm.
understand it?
No.
No. Okay.
Okay. If I'm reading, I can recognize, even if I can't read Cyrillic, I can recognize Cyrillic. Even if I can't read Bengali, I know that it's like Bengali. Even if I can't read South Korean script, I know that's the script I'm looking at.
You can, I can't.
I'm pretty decent at recognizing, even if not understanding.
There are like 2 languages other than English that I can see and go, oh, that's Spanish, and then that is French, and then past that, I could not tell you. I could tell you this is probably an Eastern language, but I personally could not tell
That's
you.
interesting. I definitely could. I can definitely tell definitely kanji, definitely Arabic, obviously the Latin-based languages, Spanish, French, yeah.
Do the people who feel comfortable with recognizing another language or alphabet also have another language under their belt? Like, is that actually what we're dealing with?
I don't have I guess I have another language in my belt, but I don't know how to write that in that language. I understand Igbo, which is my parents'
Okay, so it's
native
not
language.
a direct
Yeah.
relation. Because
Because
at least some of our characters have studied other scripts, right?
Yeah,
Some
I
of
do
our
have
characters have
Does
not
anyone
this language, but
does anyone have more than 1 point in any language other than low sour?
Yes.
more
Okay.
than 1 point? No, 1 point in Lyra.
1 point exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, more than I'm saying more than 1 point. So if
Oh,
you
I
have
see.
2 or 3
Okay.
points in something other than low sour.
Mhm.
So low, like 1 point in a language means that you know a smattering of words that you can speak.
Okay.
So like
okay,
the equivalent
so-
of me being able to say hola.
Yeah. Okay. No. So then I'm doubling down on this because
Okay.
that implies that like the ones that we have numbers in are ones that we can actually read and communicate in. I can't read or communicate. Me personally, Caitlin can't read or communicate in like Russian or like I said, South Korean script or stuff like that. But I can still recognize that that's what it is. And this might not even be important, but this is like the fact that we recognize this. But now I'm like doubling down on that that there's a possibility that maybe not everybody, but like that there is, even if you don't speak it, that you could recognize that that's what that script is.
Sure. I think the no. Again, I'm not opposed. Like if I will always be the GM that you can convince if it's a strong enough argument, right? Like like the differentiation would be, God, how do I say this and not sound racist, right? Like that's like
God, that is a terrifying sentence.
Okay, I think the other thing because Caitlin
I-
doesn't
like,
actually know
well,
what
no,
any of these are. But
like,
like if people are like I would say Drac, maybe you might have a better, because you are surrounded by so many languages. Like we don't have as many languages compacted in the same area in the United States as like as far as
Yeah.
like being in Europe, you are closer to a lot of different languages. So I'm like, how common is this language we're looking at? Is this one that people speak? Because then we're more likely to have recognized it.
so the reason like this is
Right, speak.
my explanation behind this, right? Like I think that there is a difference between being able to see the difference between like Spanish and like Vietnamese, right? Like the scripts are very distinctively different, right?
Yeah.
But with layman eyes, are there like, if I spoke Japanese and I saw English, French, and Spanish next to each other, would I be able to differentiate the difference between English, French, and Spanish? Like, am I able to delineate the difference between, languages that have very similar scripts? That's my.
I can tell the difference visually between like traditional Chinese and like the Japanese alphabet and like and Korean, like Caitlin was saying. I speak 0 words. I read 0 words.
But they're distinct enough scripts.
If you put any of them in front of me,
and that's my question. That's my question to you is like, are you able to, because I can't. So this is more so of using my experience of like,
that makes sense. Yeah.
I can't tell the difference between Mandarin and Japanese. Like I cannot, when looking at script, I could, like, if you put 2 of them in front of me, I have a 50-50 chance of getting which one's which, right? Like it's just because I don't have experience with those scripts at all. And so that's my experience in this situation. But you all have different experiences, and that's why I asked the question of like, can you differentiate? Because I can't. And if this is a situation where you guys are in the common that this is more of and I just have a brain defect, which is also true.
No, here's the thing. Here's what I'll say. Caitlin, you can differentiate between scripts you haven't like worked with, right?
Mm-hmm.
As a product of your life experience just encountering those things, are you baby? Is Lolly a baby?
Okay,
the question is, have we actually plausibly in each of our short and overtly underexperienced lives actually come across this where we could say biographically from any of these characters, I might have encountered a script I had no reason to
I would say it would be, I would say that Lalia, despite being baby, if this is a script that is used and not something that has no merit anywhere, Lalia has a lot of worldly experience because that's like her whole thing is learning about other places. And like, so if this is a thing that would show up in other mirages or in other like delves, like she does see a lot of stuff and like a lot of different types of things. Like that's her whole thing. So she may be baby, which may be grounds for this to not be something she's seen before, but she does like to see the world.
Here's another point for you all. This language is a chemical language of subtle twitches and soft clicks, usually by the Gau. Though the structure and grammar are surprisingly easy to learn, pheromones bursts are required to communicate complex concepts. So it is.
Wait, so is it written? Is it written
Yes.
or not now? Okay.
Yeah, it is. This is the language is spoken with clicks and things.
Okay.
What it's saying is pheromones are needed to convey complex things, which but what it's saying is that the structure is easy to learn. So I would say because it specifically has that, it is easy to learn. It is probably something that you could recognize.
Again, I'm so sorry for taking us on this tirade. This is probably not important at all.
Are you kidding me? We have already been told that this is the most bananas cliffhangers that the Streampunks have ever had.
Yes, let's get this cliffhanger.
I fully only ask because like if we recognize it as Godim, I'd definitely like to like take note of it and find someone who speaks this to translate at some point if I can recognize what this is.
It's so not important. It's so not important at all.
Well, this is what I will say, and this will be our cliffhanger, is that the fact is that when you took the elevator and you had gone through the things, you did not see any writings. But
Correct.
when you take the stairs, the spinal cord of this building, you see all of this text, you see all of this writing, and that the fact is that when you look down the spiral staircase, you can see that it exists on every floor and that it is one cohesive piece of text. It's not like, oh, here's the thing, and then there's the thing. It is like left to right, and you go down the stairs to read the first line, and then you go up to the top and read the second line and go all the way down.
Holy shit.
Stairs were a mistake.
And with that, now we can say that we are going on to...
I'm really sorry, everybody. I don't know. I got really fixated on that.
Oh man. Thank you all so much. This is episode 7 of our first 10 episodes of BloomTide. We've got 3 more episodes left of this season. We'll be coming back with a 4th full-time cast member when we return, but don't be afraid. We're not going away for very long, because we will be coming back with either a short run and something else, or just a short run and coming right back to BloomTide. But there will be at least something coming between. I threw it in a different chat, but I will throw it to you guys. I'm thinking, since I'm going to run a 4-shot, I'm thinking either Starfinder or Daggerheart. I will let as a group make that decision of what that is. Do you want to go back to space really soon, or do you want to go into fantasy? You all can make that decision, in the next couple of weeks. But yeah, until next time, all. I hope that you all have a beautiful and not cloudy day. Ark would disagree with that, but bye.